Psychology is one of those most underrated fields when it comes to cybersecurity. I don't know why people don't talk about psychology enough and its influence in cybersecurity. Some of the people that would make the best cybersecurity experts or professionals are actually psychologists, mainly because a lot of things in cybersecurity are actually rooted in psychology. For example, hacking. When you're trying to crack a password, one of the things that would make your cracking really efficient or effective is gathering enough information about your target to the point where you can create a dictionary for that target or around that target. So it's going to be things around what do they like, what pets are they into, what colors are they into, have they got kids, who do they love, where do they like to go, who are the people they spend the most of their time with. A lot of information around that. When it also comes to social engineering, you have to hack the human. You're hacking their brain. You're trying to get into their head. You're looking for their weaknesses, or you use things like familiarity, or you act like somebody they know, you act like you're from somewhere they're from, you act like you like what they like, and so on. You can also use fear. You make them fear losing their job. Something like, all right, I'm calling from the head office. I need this document or I need this transfer done. And the person is like, sorry, I can't verify who you are, I don't know who you are. And you scare them like, well, you can spend time trying to verify who I am while I also type your resignation letter for you, or I type your firing letter, or you can run this document right now that the head of department needs within the next 20 minutes. Something like that. Yes, it may not always work, but with psychology, you need to know the pain points of people sometimes as well when you're trying to apply it in cybersecurity. You can use fear, you can use familiarity. There are several psychological tactics you can also apply or employ when it comes to social engineering. What we call social engineering, hacking humans, hacking the human mind. And when it comes to forensics itself as well, like forensic investigation, it's not always straightforward. Sometimes you need to know a bit about the criminal mindset, the criminal ideology, and try to get into the mind of a criminal when you're investigating certain cases. Not all the time, because that may lead to bias, but in certain situations where the crime is clear, right? To investigate that crime properly, you need to get into the head of the criminal sometimes. What state of mind could they have been in? What could they be interested in? What is the pattern? And several things like that. So when you also get to the court and you want to present the case or present the evidence, you also need to apply or employ psychology, because you need to be likable. If you're coming in as an expert witness, people that have gone in as expert witnesses know what I'm talking about. You need to be likable, because if you're not liked, they may not even believe your testimony, no matter how credible you sound. If they don't like you, as a matter of fact, many researches show that likability many times would lead you to be considered credible. And if they don't like you, that could also diminish your chances of being considered credible. So you need to know how to appeal to them. Simple and crazy things like carrying a briefcase actually makes you look more professional, look credible. Wearing glasses, it makes you look more credible, right? So all these things, when you see people doing it and you're like, why are you wearing this with this? Is it recommended? Sometimes they know what they're doing, but you're just not the target audience. So leave them alone. Side note. But anyway, psychology is just that really underrated field that is needed in cybersecurity, that is employed every day, every time, that is not spoken about enough. So if you're in psychology and you're thinking about a field to cross into, you want to cross into tech, I think your skills would be really, really needed. They are really needed in cybersecurity, they are needed in forensics, they are needed in criminal investigation, of course, and so on.